Hey y'all, it's Amanda with Tap Mom and the Beg Brigade. Well, welcome back. Oh, I thought I had a handle on all this mental health stuff until today. I don't know, some of the new folks might not know about the baby blanket I made. I made a really pretty blue baby blanket and bordered it in white. I made it out of Pound of Love colored denim. I used 2 strands and just did double crochets because I'm a new crocheter. I've only been doing it a couple of months. I loom knitted before that, and for about a year, a little over a year now, I guess, closer to a year and a half now. I taught myself to loom knit through YouTube, watching YouTube, and now I've taught myself how to crochet watching YouTube. So, and of course I'm now on YouTube. Anyway, so I need to try to find a way to get y'all closer. This is not the easiest setup I got going on here. Hopefully in the future this will be easier. Move y'all a little closer. Anyway, so this girl that I know her mom. I used to work with her mom several years ago when we worked at AT&T doing tech support for DSL. DSL is an internet connection that no longer exists. I'm sure it exists in some places, but they have phased it out. And but it's an internet connection that you would do through your phone line, but it would be, over copper lines basically. But we would do the tech support for that connection, and I did that for about 5 years. And I met Becky through that job, and she has 2 grown children. Her daughter Sadie, that kind of gravitated toward me and made friends with me, and I visited them at their house because she and I have long since no longer worked at AT&T, but we stayed friends, not close friends, but acquaintance type friends, Facebook friends, that sort of thing. And so Sadie had been her and her husband had been trying to have a baby, and she'd miscarried twice. Once before she met her husband with a previous boyfriend, and then once with him. And they all lived together. Her mom and Sadie and her husband. And so she finally was able to, carry a baby. And so I made her this baby blanket. And you see in previous videos where I hooked Sadie up with some looms, some knitting looms, and a bag of yarn, and got her started loom knitting. And so she's developed a passion for it as well. And so we kind of bonded over that a bit. And then I prayed for her to be able to carry a baby. And then, of course, it was a boy. And I told her it was a boy before she knew that, because I felt like for some reason that she would be able to carry a boy to term easier than she would a girl. I don't know. Strange logic I have. But so far so good. She's at 32 weeks, I think. So she's cruising on in. I think she's going to be doing fine. But anyway, so today was her baby shower, and they were holding it at a restaurant that is not far from my home, about 10 miles maybe. And so I took the baby blanket and a little bunny that I bought to go with it. And when I walked in, the room was full of people that I had never seen before in my life. I have social anxiety. Bad social anxiety. Especially for the room full of strangers. And the way my mind tricks me, and I've worked on it, and I thought I gotten better. But when I walk into a room full of strangers, for some reason, I all of a sudden feel like everybody's staring at me. It's not logical. And it's not, I know that it's not true that they're not staring at me, but I still feel that they are, and not in a good way staring at me. And so she put the present against the wall with all the other presents, and invited me to sit down. So I sat down, and the longer I sat there, the more overwhelmed I felt. I felt my breath quickening, panic attack symptoms coming. And then I hear them talking about there's more people supposed to be coming. And I was like, oh no, I can't handle more people. There was already about 30 people there, and in this little bitty room, and I'm like, no, no. I told her, I said, honey, I said, I am so sorry. I said, I could not stay. I said, this is just way too much for me. Because they know about my condition, so they know that was a lot for me, and I had been out every day this week, almost every day this week I've been out doing stuff, and I'm already physically tired, and so I just told her, I said, this is just a bit too much for me, and so I managed to make it back to my van before I started having the breathing problems and the other stuff that comes with having a panic attack. And luckily I got to the van before it really cranked up. And so I hit the inhaler, which always helps. And then I said, okay, now I need retail therapy. I know it's not logical. It's not clinical. It's, it is what it is. Yes, I'm cleaning my glasses. They're smudgy. And I can't see 2 feet in front of me without them. I can, but not very well. Anyway, so off to Micheals I went. Because I still hadn't hit their 30% off sale. Hadn't been able to. I was going to go yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Because we had to go exchange Mama's TV because something happened with her TV and it stopped working, and she was really upset about it because she thought she'd done something wrong. I thought maybe she'd done something wrong with it, and it was a real and she had thrown the box away, so I got upset at her because she'd thrown the box away and it needed to be returned. It was a whole thing, but luckily, you know that other shoe that I kept waiting for to happen, and I was like, oh great, here's the other shoe. I'm going to be out over $200, and she doesn't have a TV. And so, but I'm going to sidestep the retail therapy story for a second and tell you about this. But we went to Best Buy, because I buy all stuff from Best Buy, electronic, because I've had good stuff from there. So we went back there, we took the TV, the receipt, all the stuff that came with the TV. We didn't have the box. And their online policy says that they might not take it back without the box. It doesn't say that they won't, it just says they might not. And so we just took a chance. And the young man couldn't have been any better if he tried. He said, no problem, we're just going to take it in the back and plug it in and see what it does, and I'll be right back. And so he took it in the back, and he come back without the TV, and he said, oh, that thing's busted. He said, just go pick you out one the same, to exchange, and we'll fix you up, no problem. And we all looked at each other like, okay. So we walked over there to where they were and got because she decided she didn't want a smart TV, so we found one of equal value that wasn't a smart TV and went and swapped it out. We were in and out of there in 10 minutes max. So, and then she treated us to lunch, and then we attempted to go to Micheals, but their riding cart wasn't available, so I couldn't walk around. After walking around Best Buy, my feet went in my back and everything was like, no, we're not walking around Micheals. So I didn't go yesterday. So today, after a near miss with a full-blown anxiety attack, I said, I'm just going to go take a chance. Maybe the riding cart will be there. And I guess the good Lord saw that I needed my therapy, because when I got a front parking space right up to the front of the store, and the riding cart was right there, and I was like, oh, thank you. So I parked Roxy, which is what I'm going to call her. Anyway, I parked Roxy, and then I went and got the cart, and let me show you what I got. I know I should have told y'all what I was going to name her, but someone, and I can't remember who, because there have been so many comments, and so lovely comments. But somebody said something about, call her Roxanne the Van. And at that point, I was going to call her Nellie, as in, whoa, Nellie, because she's so fast. But when she said Roxanne the Van, Roxy for short, I was like, that just screams perfect. And I was like, that's perfect. That's just perfect. So Roxy it is. Because the sound system in that thing, it will rock. Because believe me, I played a little of everything. Because my music taste is very eclectic. Because I love my blues music, Joe Bonamassa, Beth Hart, Buddy Guy, Johnny Lee Hooker. I love that stuff. Muddy Waters, I love blues. And then on the other hand, I love classic rock and classic pop. And I also like this new age Western singer called Colter Wall. If y'all haven't heard of him, go check him out. I tell you, he reminds me of the country and Western music from my childhood. Just real simple country and Western music about cowboys and on the range and on the farm. None of this, weird barroom brawl type stuff. It's just real simple stuff. And it's just, to me, it's just pure Western music. And it's beautiful. And I love it. And the kid's only 26 years old. But you swear to God that he was, old and seasoned. Because his voice is just, he's just got this most wonderful baritone. And I could just listen to him all day. And it's totally out of left. My oldest son exposed me to him. Played some of his music, and I've been hooked ever since. And he sounds good in my van. Sorry, bumped you with my foot. Everything sounds good in my van. Everything. Down from Ozzy to AC/DC to Colter Wall to Joe Bonamassa and Beth Hart. Everything. I tried rap. I like some older hip hop, like from the 80s, I like some of that. But some of this new stuff, no. Where they call each other the N-word and all that stuff, I can't get with that. I just can't get with that. And another thing put me off, I guess my oldest son thought it was funny, and my youngest son thought this was funny. I walked into that daggone baby shower. The mother-to-be, her hair was blue. Baby daddy hair was like an orange and black. And grandmother-to-be's hair was like a light peach color. I felt like I was in some sort of twisted cartoon. Some alternate reality where people with weird hair colors. It was, I said to myself, you are getting old. Either they're really weird or I'm getting old. Baja Blast from Taco Bell. Get you some. Anyway, alright, so here's this Yarny Yumminess. Now I have one of these, but I like to two-strand. So I went ahead and got me another one to put with my other one. So this is a Pound of Love. And this is Honeybee. And if you're not familiar with Lion Brand Pound of Love, it is a very wonderful 100% acrylic 4-weight. It has 1,020 yards, 932 meters, a 16 ounce, and 454 grams. And so I'll hold it up. And I had, because someone asked in the, is this the right receipt? Nope, that's not the right receipt. I don't remember. It must be over there. I must have put it. Forgive me, I don't know what I did with the receipt, so I apologize. I know this has been being $11.99, but I got 30% off of it. So, for the young lady that asked in the comments on the Hobby Lobby video, I just wanted to let you know this was a regular $11.99 and I got 30% off. So, and I'm holding it up hopefully long enough for you. So, I don't want to upset anyone because I didn't hold it up long enough. And I've been looking at this True Blue for the longest. And because I'm really not a huge 3-weight fan. But this, I've come across this yarn and looked at this yarn and been mooning over this yarn for quite a while. And decided to go ahead and take the plunge. And this color is lilac, which I really like lilac because it's closest to lavender, and lavender is my favorite smell. I have lavender deodorant, lavender powder. I've always loved the smell of lavender. Love it. Love lavender. And it smells wonderful on me. I think that it probably comes from my grandmother because she always had something with lavender. And I miss her every day. Anyway, this is Lion Brand's True Blue. I got 6 of each color. So there's this color, blue, purple, lilac, and then this is thistle. So I got 6 of each. And let me give you the stats in case you don't know. This is a 3.5 ounce skein, 100 grams, 241 yards, 220 meters. It looks like you can machine wash it, but lay it flat to dry. And it is made with 100% rayon from bamboo. And it is 3-weight, of course. It is made in China. So thank you to the Chinese for making this here beautiful yarn that I will hopefully make something very beautiful out of in the near future. But I have 6 of each because I didn't know what I would make. I just knew I wanted to make sure that whatever it was, I had the yardage to do it. So that is the extent of this retail therapy. I'm calling this trip retail therapy because after the near full-blown panic attack that I had, I did not want to miss out on the 30% off at Micheals because you never know when they're going to do that again. Johnny, that might be Bubba. Sorry. I always refer to my sons to each other as Bubba, meaning brother. Oh.
Hey.
And that is exactly who just walked in the door. Hey, Will.
Hey.
Come here a minute. Yes, come here. No. Looks like y'all won't get that peep at Will today. Come here, John. Come here. Johnny will say hello. Oh.
Ow.
The dog grabbed him. But this is John.
And Axel.
And Axel. This is my right-hand man right here. This is Johnny. And Axel is Axel. This is our black lab, Axel. So meet Axel and Johnny. Johnny's about 6'2", y'all. He's a big guy. And y'all hear me talk about him. He is the one that does so much for me physically. Takes the dogs out. Does all kinds of stuff. Aww. And yes, Axel loves him very much. Axel will do that with just about anybody that loves on him. Hey, sweet boy. Hey, sweet boy. Hey, sweet boy. Yeah. And I think Theo went down the hall to where Will was. Oh, there you are. Switch out. Switch out. Switch out. Oh, no? Okay. Anyway. So anything you want to tell them, Johnny?
No.
Nah? Well, hold on. See if we can make room for you, Theo. Come here, Theo. Come here. He's so low to the ground. He's a bully. So he just come on. No.
Nope.
We can't fit them both up here. Sorry, it's a small love seat. And we are not little people. And they're not little dogs. But anyway, so on a happy note, you get to see at least one of my sweet sons with his beautiful smile. He has a wonderful smile. He's very handsome with his dimples. They both have dimples. Will's is hidden by his beard, but Johnny's shows no matter what. But anyway, there's a little yarnage vision from a retail therapy and a little Saturday video for y'all. Oh, also, when we were at lunch with Mama yesterday, I was sharing some of y'all's comments with her, and she shared with me that she was, when I first started this, you can go if you want to,
Yeah.
that when I started this YouTube thing, that she was a little worried that people would be mean to me, and that that it would set me back with my mental health, that people would be rude and nasty and you know, cause me to have to go back into weekly sessions of counseling. And I told her no. I said that's not the case. And so I was reading her some of those comments, and some of it almost brought her to tears of happiness, of how wonderful and kind and loving and supportive you all have been. And so I just wanted to let y'all know that y'all you know, brought joy to my mother's heart, that y'all have showed the love and kindness and support that you have since I did, you know, started all this. That meant a lot to her, and of course it means everything to me, and it means a lot to my boys too, even though they're a little bit camera shy to tell you. But every time I get a new comment or whatever, they're always glad that y'all make me happy, and that doing this makes me happy, and that's all they want for me, is for me to be happy. And so that's why I do it, because it makes me happy, and I can make y'all laugh, and it's been so positive, you know. It's been, and that's what I want. I want to put positivity out in the world. I don't want to put negativity out in the world. So anyway, until the next video, oh, come on then. Axel decided to come sit next to me. Theo is camera shy. I've determined that he does not like to be on camera unless I do it without his knowledge, of course, and will too. But anyway, I love you all, and please remember that your best friend is at the shelter. Please adopt dogs and cats. Don't buy them from breeders. And I'll see y'all on the next video. God bless you. Bye.